Hi guys, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. I'm so grateful for the love and the support so far. It's been amazing. It's been amazing, guys. You guys have really shown your support to everyone who subscribes, to everyone who liked my videos, to anyone who commented, to anyone who shared my link. I am so grateful and may God reward you. Thank you guys so much for the support. I'm really grateful. I do not take it for granted. I'll continue to plead with you. If you've been watching my videos and you've not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, share the link with your friends and families, like my videos, comments, let's interact. So on to today's video, we are going to clarify some things I did not get right in my previous video. It was just a few things, and also I received lots of questions I would like to answer, just so just answer a few questions that you guys drew. And yeah, so we'll just get into it without much delay. So one of the first questions I received, I wrote them down. um so one of the first questions was, do you need work experience, or how many years of working experience do you need to apply for the job? I would say this depends on the employer. It depends on the organization that is advertising. You see that in some of these adverts, they'll clearly say maybe 1 year experience or more. But I can tell you that even without work experience, you can actually apply with your clinical placement experience. I mean, we all have experience from like clinicals, so you could put those clinicals there. You could use the staff or your matrons when you were like the matrons in those hospitals. They could be your references. I mean, you worked, you learnt a bit, you were signed off certain tasks during um your clinical placement. Your green book is there to prove this, so you can use that as well. As a matter of fact, the branch of nursing that I'm working at now, I didn't have any work experience in that branch of nursing, but it was my clinical placement that saved me. I was able to convince them that I'd worked in that environment before during my clinical placement, and guess what, I got the job. So don't undermine your clinical placement experience. You can use it. It's up to you to prove to them during the interview that you know what you're doing, and yeah, you're likely to get the job. So if you think maybe you're fresh from school and you're worried, or you feel like, oh, let me wait 1 or 2 years, it really depends. But I would really say give it a try. Use your clinical placement experience, and you never know, you could just get the job. um On to the next question. So this one was not really a question. It's just me clearing up a mistake I made in the previous video. So it was about the requirements for the CBT exams. So I told you the CBT is in two parts, right? The multi-choice questions and then the numeracy aspect. So the part A is the numeracy, which is 15 questions, and you're supposed to get at least 14 out of 15 to be able to pass the exams. 14 out of 15 questions should be right. And it's all about drug calculation. I explained in the previous video. Drug calculation, yeah, that's what it is basically. And then the second part is the multi-choice question. It's 100 question, not 120. But when I was writing mine, it's 100 question. Then they added 20 question, but it was like a survey question, which didn't it didn't count as part of the exam. It was just an extra 20 or 10 questions, but they were survey questions. It didn't count towards like the result. So those 100 questions are clinical questions, and you have to pass, I think, 35 questions are to be answered correctly. For you, 35 questions from the 100 multi-choice questions, and then 14 out of the 15 numeracy questions. You're supposed to get these to be able to get a pass in the CBT. So that's pretty easy, isn't it? So yeah, just to clear that. Then I also got this question. Can certificate community health nurses use this route? So the community nursing, we've got the diploma and we've got the certificate. If you are a diploma certificate, if you're a diploma community health nurse, like you attended 3 years in nursing training college, you have to apply as a registered nurse. But if you did community health nursing but certificate, which is 2 years, just like NAP and NAC, you qualify to apply as a nursing associate, like to go through the nursing associate route, because it's considered a foundation level degree program. It's 2 years, so you can use that to apply. Another question was, what type of IELTS should I take? It is the IELTS academic, IELTS academic. That's the IELTS to take. And I already said the requirement for that, for passing the IELTS, like the NMC requirement for that exam. So it is a 7 in speaking, 7 in reading, 7 in listening, and at least 6.5 in writing. Then the OET as well is an exam you could take. I didn't take that, I took IELTS. But for the OET, you have to have a grade B or 350 or above for reading, listening, and speaking, and at least grade C plus, which is 300 or above for writing. I'll just go over it again. For OET, you should get a grade B, which is 350 or above for reading, listening, and speaking, and grade C plus or 300 or above for writing. So take note. Another question I got was, what channels can I use to learn for IELTS? Like, what channels will I recommend? So I used E2. If you search on YouTube, there's a channel called E2. I use them, and they have lots of videos that are helpful, videos that talk about how to write headings for writing, like for your writing test, for IELTS writing test. Um like words and their synonyms, things that really helped me. So E2 I would recommend. I would highly, highly, highly recommend IELTS Daily. That was one channel I was sleeping on. Like I was waking up and sleeping on that channel. It was really helpful. There's this video on their tips for writing tests and tips for reading. Oh my god, that was so helpful. Like that was what helped me, because I remember I finished my reading test before time, and guess what? I had 8.5. I didn't get the whole night, but at least 8.5 is something. Yeah, so, and it was on my first attempt. So yeah, I would highly recommend IELTS Daily for the writing, reading, and then listening aspect. Like their videos are really helpful. And then I also recommend English Speaking Success. It's also another channel owned by Keith, and that channel really helped me for speaking. So he's gonna like group the questions for the speaking. He's going to group it into like different, categories, like events, like maybe activities, maybe person. He has a way of grouping it, and then like questions you should expect under how to answer them, things to say, and it was really helpful. So English Speaking Success for your speaking test, like don't joke around. That channel was really, really helpful. So those three channels I would highly recommend. Another question I got was, how much does IELTS cost and where do I register? So the reason I didn't mention this in my previous video was because it keeps changing. The price of the IELTS exams keeps changing. So I don't want to give a figure and then it will change again. So at the time I was writing was around 2,700 Ghana cedis thereabouts. But now it is 3,200 Ghana cedis, which is about 200 and something pounds, 211 pounds or something, not sure, but like you can do the conversion. At I'm not going to trust that price, because as soon as the dollar increases or whatever, it's going to change again. So please go to the British Council website for the updated price. But as at today, that was the price. Um as at today, let me add the date. Today, the what's today? Is the 23rd of December. That's the price. Okay. And then where do you register? You just go on the British Council website, and yeah, you see the various types of exams that they've got: IELTS academic, IELTS general, life skills test, or something like that. They tell you the price. You book an exam, choose a date you want, and then yeah, that's it. Um, Someone also asked, where can I get learning materials? Okay, so I just created a Telegram channel, and the link is in the description box. Please tap on that channel, join the tap on that link, join the channel, and I'll be dropping materials that I used that were helpful for me, and tips or things I think would help you in like acing your exam. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box. Don't forget to tap on it, and yeah, that's it. On to the next question. Somebody said this was a very, very important question. So it says, do I get a relocation package just like registered nurses? The answer for this question is maybe. I think it depends solely on the employer, because I did not get a relocation package. I paid for my visa myself, I paid for my flight myself, I paid for accommodation myself. So it really depends on the trust or your employer. So I would strongly advise that when you get an offer, you should ask them via email. Ask them, are they going to pay for a visa and flight and accommodation? I asked them and they said no. So when they when they answer you, then you decide if you want to go with them, or if you want to apply to another, like try another place, or yeah. So I would advise, it's not compulsory. Even there are some registered nurses who didn't get relocation packages, like, so it really depends on the employer you get. So I would advise that after your interview, after you've gotten an offer, you ask them, or it could even be one of the questions you ask during your interview. When they ask you, do you have any questions? You say yes. Do you offer any relocation packages? Just so you are aware. So I won't say it's like it's something set in stone that everybody gets. No, so you have to you like ask your employer. Okay. Then we move to the next question. It says, what trainings do I have to get for better chances of securing a job? So I would say I did lots of trainings. I did about 11 care courses. I did 11 care courses, but when filling the application form, you can't even insert all the 11 there. I think I put just 7 there. So these are like the ones I put there: equality and diversity, manual handling, safeguarding adults and children, basic life support, very important, health and safety, infection prevention and control, working in a person centered way, and medication administration. I put all this there. So I was able to do these courses on Florence Academy. At the time I did it, it was free. You could, like go on the app, do your courses and get your certificate for free. But now I think you have to pay some amount to be able to get your certificate. But they didn't ask me for the certificate. It's just for you to have a knowledge on these things. And they are important. Like, these courses are important because it even helps you during the interview to, it helps you to know what to say. It helps you to, it gives you a fair idea of like how things work here. So I would strongly advise that you do these courses. If you want more of those courses, I'll put it on the in the Telegram channel, so know what courses to do. Another one says, what if I'm in the UK already? At what stage do I start applying for a job? So, being that you are in the UK already, I think you should, after your OSCE, you should, because you're already here, just go on to do your OSCE, get your PIN, then you apply for a job straightforward. You get your COS. Do you get it? If maybe you're already in the UK as a carer or something, the thing is, if you apply after you're done with your CBT, you still have to be a carer till you are done with your OSCE and you get your PIN. So you might as well just wait. When you get your PIN, after you've done your OSCE and you get your PIN, then you apply, if that makes sense. Um Another person says, how long does it take for a nursing associate to become a registered nurse? In the UK, it's 18 months. The top up program is 18 months. And yeah, and you become a registered nurse. Um Another question was, what's the total cost? Mm. So I'm just mention a few. Don't be scared because you're not paying all these amount at once. Like every state comes with its own, payment. So you don't have to be scared. IELTS ASAT today cost 3,200 Ghana cedis, which is about £212. This is not a fixed price because it will change. CBT costs £83. OSCE costs £794. I remember saying in my other video that was around 795 or seven. Please, it is £794. So the evaluation fee you also pay at the beginning, like when you upload your documents, if the fee you pay, which is non-refundable, is £140. And then that fee is called the qualification evaluation fee. It is £140. Then the registration fee for entry onto the register, which is the one you pay later after uploading your IELTS and police report and all those character and self declaration and everything. That's £153. £153. Then we've got other stuff like your TB test, your visa, police report, flight accommodations. Those ones are not included, but you can find those ones out yourself on the for the TB test. You probably do it at IOM. You check the IOM website for the price for that. The visa, the time I did mine, my visa is 3 years, so it was £295. Yeah, I don't know, these things change, so I'd rather not give a figure. um Another question I got was, how long did this whole process take? So I started this whole process in September 2022 and I was in the UK by May 2023. You can actually do this whole thing within a year, even less, because I started the registration on the NMC website September. I did my IELTS October. I did my CBT November. I started applying for jobs December. I got an interview January. I think my the period between getting an offer and you getting a COS sometimes takes a lot of time, NHS for you. So I got my COS March, did my whole visa application and everything within April thereabouts, and May I was here. So it all depends. And then I was delaying taking my OSCE. I took my OSCE in August. So it really depends. Like you can do this whole thing within a year or even less. Yeah. So, you know, there's no fixed time for it. But you have to take note because the CBT exams expires in 2 years and the IELTS exams expire in 2 years as well. So you have to, make sure that you do everything quickly so that you know you get a job and then you're here. So that will be all. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the questions, and I hope I have answered your. If there are any more questions, let me know in the Telegram channel. And yeah, see you another time. Bye.